what inspires you to create music? Music has played such an important role in your life.
My daddy was a classical vocalist, so I learnt my initial notes from them. Later, so a few gurus taught me in Nagpur, later in Mumbai, and I continue my learning journey also, and I continue my performance journey also.
As a woman, what are the changes that you are noticing in the entertainment industry?
I think so. Entertainment industry is booming. In fact, there were lows like Corona lows, and post that different people trolling through the industry. But it has come off it, and it is really giving good content.
आपने ट्रोल्स की बात की, आप कितना उस पर ध्यान देती हैं and how do you react to trolls?
So I feel for an actor or an entertainment industry person, most of the trolls are like marketing for them. Like even before a movie, if someone is trolled, the movie gets those eyeballs.
Would you in the near future want to have your own music label so that you could get a lot of artists under one roof?
So if you have yours, I'll help you out. So I'm not planning for my own because I'm too much into social activities also. Plus I've not yet come out of my banking service. Hi, this is Amruta Fadnavis and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
Hi guys, welcome to Bollywood Hungama. My name is Urmin. आज हमारे साथ, in fact हम इनके घर आए हैं. The very talented, the multi-talented Amruta Fadnavis है. Hello, how are you doing, Amruta ji?
Hi Urmin, I'm good. But nice to see you again.
सबसे पहले तो I want to just tell everyone that इनके घर पर आते ही हमें पोहे मिले गरम और चाय. So पोहे और चाह ये जो perfect मराठी combination है वो हमें मिला. So thank you for that.
Thanks for loving it.
Absolutely. I'd like to start by asking you that what inspires you to create music? Music has played such an important role in your life. तो क्या inspiration आप लेती हैं?
I've always been into music. And as far as my memory goes, it's since I was 4 to 5 years old, I started singing my first notes. And my father is a music fanatic. He's a classical singer. He loves ghazal, although he's a doctor by profession. But he practices daily even today. Similarly, my daddy was a classical vocalist. So I learnt my initial notes from them. Later, so a few gurus taught me in Nagpur, later in Mumbai, and I continue my learning journey also, and I continue my performance journey also.
आप अपने काम के लिए कितने critical हैं? Are you someone who keeps, checking on every song? How critical are you?
I'm very critical about my own songs. In fact, I always feel that every song I might have delivered a little bit better here and there. So I'm very critical, and I think so that keeps me going in my journey to improve.
Amruta ji, because you come from a background where politics is such an important role, do you feel that also plays on your mind when you're creating music, a sense of responsibility, not going maybe too much in another direction where a lot of masala songs are concerned?
See, in creativity, whenever you put boundaries onto yourself, you lose your creativity. That's what I feel. But my position being the position I started here in Mumbai with, I have to create boundaries for myself in terms of my presence or in terms of my singing also, because I have to think 10 times before even singing a playback song, depending on who the financiers are or who the producers are. They need to be they have to have a slate which is completely blank without any blotches. So all those things I look into. So sometimes I lose on many options which I am any which way is getting, but I lose on to them because there are certain level of filters which are considered before I sing any song. So although I sing very few songs throughout the year, but whatever I sing, first it has to be my choice, and it is of my choice, and second my protocol approves it. So it becomes a little tedious journey, because as an artist, if I was a plain artist without any inhibitions around me, then I would have maybe chosen much more different variety of songs, which I cannot currently. But I'm okay about it, and whatever I get, I try to give my best for that.
As a woman, what are the changes that you are noticing in the entertainment industry?
I think so. Entertainment industry is booming. In fact, there were lows like Corona lows, and post that different people trolling through the industry. But it has come off it, and it is really giving good content. It is content driven, script driven, and even the girls. If you see the lead actors, the women, they are completely prepared before they join. From their physical aspects to their emoting skills. So earlier it was a journey wherein they were improving themselves, but here they are expected to be the best, and then they start their journey. So a lot of preparation is going beforehand, and in fact I feel scripts are so varied nowadays, touching on to so many different subjects, from politics to sports to just a regular life which is enhanced in it. So I think so. Viewers have more options, especially after OTT. It has become much easier for films also, small budget films, to get in there and be seen by the audience. So there's a boom in the industry, and if it is properly analyzed and calculated, I think so movies can go much beyond what they are currently also.
आपने ट्रोल्स की बात की. ट्रोल्स एक तरीके का एक हिस्सा ही हो जाता है व्हेन यू आर पुटिंग योरसेल्फ आउट देयर. आप कितना उस पर ध्यान देती हैं, एंड हाउ डू यू रिएक्ट टू ट्रोल्स?
So I feel for an actor or an entertainment industry person, most of the trolls are like marketing for them. Like even before a movie, if someone is trolled, the movie gets those eyeballs. So sometimes these trolls are positive. Until they go under the belt, that is bad. But mostly these trolls are harmless, and it is good for catching the eye of the audience. But in terms of politics, trolls, again, if I compare, it is better to be staying out of trolls, especially as political wife, which I try my best to be out.
Women are always known to multitask. In today's day and age, क्या आपको लगता है कि ये कर्स है कि boon?
Depends. Today a woman is extremely ambitious, and she wants to achieve so many things at one go. She has the energy, but then in that rat race, she gives off in her own eyes in terms of personal care. इतना सब करती है in terms of family, in terms of career, in terms of socializing, but where is that me time, which earlier women had plenty with them, because they were housewives and they used to do a lot of their own things also. But now with a lot of career options which take priority, this goes a little behind. So I would just say that don't take a toll on yourself. Give quality time to your children, because later a successful woman also at times repents ki, oh God, my daughter is grown up so much, I've had no quality time, no great memories with her. That shouldn't be the case. So if you don't leave any space to repent, then you are at the right path even after multitasking. But if multitasking is taking a toll on you, you are not meant for that. So concentrate on one or two most important things.
You've always known to create all sorts of music. कभी आप गई हैं to the Bachelorette anthem of the year, तो कहीं you've also spoken for the rivers and so many other anthems. What according to you is your most satisfying project till date?
I will tell you first about one Marathi song which I love to perform. It was called Kuni Manale Vedi Kutli Kuni Manale Khuli. It was about a woman's journey, and that touched based upon early marriages among girls and how they are ambitious and how they come out of those shackles. Yeah. So that story also goes very well, and I had a chance to showcase a little bit of my classical practice in that with Tana Alap sab the usme. And I love to enact, I enacted as the older version of that little girl. So I love the whole journey of that song. And in terms of Hindi songs, one which is very close to my heart is Jai Ganga Jal, Prakash Jha ji ka, जो मैंने playback किया था, Sab Dhan Mati. That song was very close to my heart, and I still listen to it. It gives me goosebumps because it has this focused tone. It has that spirituality in it, everything which is actually very apt for today's world and how we are just getting flown away with materialism.
Maharashtra is so strong and so wealthy in terms of music and culture and art and folk. आपके हिसाब से what can we do to promote it even more or to promote more talent from various places in Maharashtra?
First of all, I would congratulate certain channels, music channels, which are promoting artists from remotest of area, Rajasthan or Maharashtra ke interiors ho, Lavani, they are promoting through their channels. But again, we need a bigger platform for these.
Yeah.
So I think these artists should be hired more by the top music labels, given a chance to showcase their talent, being marketed the same way that big artists are being marketed. For their talent and for the regional music which they present. People like you interviewing them and getting them to jam or getting them to be known by the other audiences. So this all will help, and I think so we should really plan something which will really make them come ahead in their life, get them the required exposure.
Would you in the near future want to have your own music label so that you could get a lot of artists under one roof?
So if you have yours, I'll help you out. So I'm not planning for my own because I'm too much into social activities also. Plus I've not yet come out of my banking service. So I'm still there. So I would definitely help you in my spare time.
That's wonderful.
Please start one.
That is wonderful, and which is why I started the interview by saying that you're multi-talented. Every time we hear a new story, you're attached to so many things. There are so many social works and music and everything that is around you that you're doing. So congratulations.
But I would like to add here that in the same area, you was talking about folk music in remote areas. We have had a project called Mitti Ke Sitare through my NGO, wherein the children from slums and poorer families were selected for their talent, and we showcased them in a huge platform wherein there was a special program arranged for them. These children are still training with us. They are getting chance for singing for different songs, bits and pieces, or in orchestras, and I'm sure channels like you would also later give them chance. And I'm planning for a video for these children, and they have picked up so well in these 3 years. 2019 they were selected. So these are 5 years, and they have been training not just in vocals and music, but also in how the recording system works. They go to recording studio. We have had a tie-up with one. They are being trained in soft skills, in their physical fitness. So they are getting a wholesome training because they are from poorer backgrounds. So that confidence is not as much as you and I. So we are trying to, we have managed to get them abreast a modern city girl or a boy, and I think so they will do wonders in coming future.
That is excellent. We're so happy to know that, and more power to you, more power to women like you and to people who want to make it big. Thank you so much, Amruta ji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being part of Bollywood Hungama. Thank you guys.
Hi, this is Amruta Fadnavis, and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.